following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now.
Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Hey folks, welcome here to the beautiful city of Joaquin, Texas, home of the Rams. Our first trip to a Ram country here tonight, and field level right behind the dish here and behind the fence. That's one of the best views we're going to get here, and but it's going to be a great game here tonight. Why? Because these two teams coming in here in a battle right now into the middle for the playoff position. We're about halfway through the first run for the district. So here we go. Garrison is on top at 9-0, Shelbyville 7-2, Chirino 5-4, Gary 5-4, and Joaquin is 4-5. Talked to first-year coach Joaquin for the Joaquin Rams here, and he said that they lost to Gary back on March the 14th. A 42 ball game. They said they had a lead in there, but Coach McKean says they need to get one thing together here. They need to get their pitching and their fielding together. One, they either have good fielding and not the pitching not together, or they get the good pitching and the fielding, and they had too many errors out there. And knowing that they're going to be facing a very good pitcher in Woodfin here again tonight for Coach Colley, that's for sure. He's got a very good squad. Coach Colley been with the Gary Bobcats for 18 years, and he's got those guys right there into the mix. They need to get a win here, too, to stay right there with Chirino. Right now, Shelbyville and Chirino are playing in Chirino. It's Garrison, Shelbyville, Chirino, Gary, Joaquin, then Woden right in there. And I tell you what, it's going to be crazy because we got a few more weeks left of this baseball season still yet to go. But Joaquin needs a big win right here, and the Gary Bobcats need a win as well to keep Bay where they are, and will be split up just like what we had in baseball for the playoff, folks, in case you were wondering about that. And it looks like the way they got it set up as well is in May. They may change it, but in May right now, the way the bracket's set up, it looks like it's every Friday is when they're going to be playing the baseball playoffs. So we'll see how that goes once we get into the postseason, which will take up most of May. But still, it's a lot of way to go here. Garrison Bulldogs right now sitting on top. They can keep winning over the next couple of weeks. They're going to get that district title. Shelbyville Dragons trying to get themselves in. Their 2 losses in the district are to those Garrison Bulldogs. Like I said, they're playing Chirino. Gary and Joaquin going at it here today. Joaquin, the one that really needs the district win. Gary trying to get that win to stay in the district hunt right here for the playoffs. We're about halfway through the district. Got a few weeks left to go. So get ready for it, folks. Got a good one on the way as you see the coaches meeting in the batter's boxes here. He's got Coach Colley and first-year Coach Joaquin. And 11-7 for Gary, 9-7 for the Joaquin Rams. We got the ball game on the way. It's coming up here on the NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods. Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, They want to be the leading Deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Welcome, everyone, to Wallington Shire's Pierce Productions and NETSN's coverage of Piney Woods baseball. Tonight, district action. The Gary Bobcats take on the Joaquin Rams.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here, ready to go for the big ball game here tonight. Hope you're having a good night wherever you may be. Thanks for joining us. And I tell you, I got here early enough to make sure I got me some chicken strip basket along with my ram sauce. You know, you got to have that when you come out here. Got a bunch of Little League games going on all around us, so it's a beautiful night here in Joaquin. The weather's moved off, and Coach Joaquin, I talked to him earlier today. We were supposed to start about 6 o'clock here tonight, but with all the rain and everything we got, they need a little more time to get the field right. It looks beautiful, and we should be ready to go for a beautiful night of baseball here. Like I said, all the fields are being played over here. I saw that the Broadus was in town for the Lady Rams over there back behind us. We'll be back here on Friday night for another big matchup here. Right now, this week, it'll be for this week too. Right now, it is the Timpson Bears. They're ranked at number 11, I believe. And then it's number 20, I think it is, for the Joaquin Rams in this year. So it's going to be a good one. We'll be ready for that on Friday night. All right, so ready to go here for this one here tonight as the Joaquin Rams will take the field. We'll go around the horn for them. On the bump, it is Neal. Behind the dish, it's Hawkins. Webb is at first. Miller is at second. Graves at short. McCann at third. Brown in left. Bass in center. And Kay will be the right fielder for the Joaquin Rams here this afternoon. For the Gary Bobcats, Colley, Woodfin, and Grubbs, Scoggins, Stevens, Alford, Stevens, Seals, and Harold of the lineup. Sipes, the first baseman, will not be in the hitting lineup as the teams are getting out there ready to go for the ball game start here. And the great announcer having the guys being announced here for the guys for the Joaquin Rams.
Brandon Kilpatrick. Number 5, Carson Rogers.
So we'll get
We'd
that.
like to welcome the Gary Bobcats to Round Ballpark. If y'all would, please stand and remove your hat for the playing of the national anthem.
See if we can get in a little bit closer there on the flag here, folks. We'll do our best. God bless America. Let's play some baseball. All right. Coming to you live, loud, and proud today from the city of Joaquin. The Joaquin Rams ready to go here against the Gary Bobcats this evening. And back here behind the dish, ready to go. Good pitch on the bump here for the Gary Bobcats as well. Woodfin
And I said, talking to Coach Joaquin, he said that, you know, when they played them in Gary, you know, a few weeks back, they lost that game 4-2. They had an opportunity in that game, but something kind of got away from them. And Woodfin just coming out of basketball at that time, figures he's going to be a little bit stronger here tonight. And I told him, I say, yeah, you can pretty much think that tonight is going to be true because Woodfin's on the bump. He's ready to throw it, especially in the very important games like this one here tonight. So we're ready to go for some baseball action from Joaquin here at Ram Stadium. All right, Neal and Hawkins getting themselves warmed up. Holly, Woodfin, and Grubbs will be the first ones here. It's getting the lights come on. Yep, there we go. Make sure I got that down and got a cord. There we go. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to play some baseball. I said, Webb over at first, Miller at second, Graves at short, McCann is at a third. It is Brown in a left, Bass in center, and Kay is the right fielder for the Joaquin Rams. Up first will be the center fielder, Colley. Then the pitcher, Woodfin, and Grubbs, the catcher, will be the first three here for Coach Colley and his squad. It's going to be Coach Grubbs. Headed over to first base for the Gary Bobcats. As Neal taking a few more warm-up tosses here. Kind of a chilly night. Once that sun goes down, it's going to get a little bit cooler here this evening, I do believe. All right, so let's play some baseball. Let's get that right about there. All right, so here we go. All right, so let's play some baseball here. Now ready to go. Stepping up to the plate will be the center fielder, Colley. He'll step up here ready to go against Neal. And Neal, first pitch on the way. Neal, long look in. And we are underway with first pitch. Colley sends that with sky high over here to the right side. And in foul ground, and a nice job there by Webb over at first for the first out. Out number one. One out, one pitch, one out here for Neal. Gotta like that. So the pitcher, Woodfin, coming to the plates. So Woodfin with one out, nobody on, stepping up. Tall young man, 6 foot, a little bit over 6 foot, probably 6'2" or bust. Good football, basketball player. Taking high, ball one. Definitely see him playing another sport at the next level somewhere as he steps back in. 1-0 from Neal. Here's the pitch. Back to the screen, fouls it off. 1-1. So Grubbs, the catcher, will be on deck here with one out, nobody on. Woodfin steps back in. 1-1 pitch here on the way from Neal. And bringing it on the inside. Ball 2, 2-1. So Neal looking for the sign here from Hawkins, has what he likes. And working from the windup. Comes set to his pitching mate. And low. Ball 3, 3-1. So Woodfin looking to get on here, start something off with one out, and he'll step back in 3-1. Neal looking to get him swinging at one or get that second out here. Delivery inside, ball 4. So base on balls.
And a runner on here for the Bobcats. Catcher Scrubs coming to the plate. So here comes Grubbs to the plate. And now, holding one over first will be Webb. Scoggins on deck for the Bobcats with one out. Neal on the hill here for the Rams. Woodfin, not much of a lead there at first. Outside, ball 1 to him. Right back in goes Grubbs with a 1-0 count. Checking him over there first is Neal Woodfin. Good little lead. Webb holding him on. Here's the pitch, high outside on the pitch out. And it's 2-0. Tried to see if they could catch Woodfin. Taking off over there, but he doesn't go. 2-0. Neal comes set. And the pitch. That's going to be fouled off right there at the plate. 2-1. So that 2-1 count to him. Grubbs trying to move Woodfin off of first. Neal. Ringing it. That's in there for a strike on the outside edge. Just runs the count even at 2-2. Scoggins, the shortstop, on deck. Grubbs right back in. Trying to move his pitcher off of first. Neal looking for that second out. The pitch on the way. Woodfin takes off. It's going to be a high fly ball out into left field, and it will get down. And Woodfin going to go ahead and make the turn and head in, and he's going to dive into third. Nobody there at second. Going to throw back in, and a nice job of running and a good job there by Grubbs. Saw nobody there at second. He's going to go diving in, and he'll get the single, and he'll move over to second on the throw in. So now runners at second and third here for the Bobcats as they looking to get something started here in the top of the first inning. So one out. Here comes Scoggins to the plate. He's the shortstop. So the lefty standing up here now with runners in scoring position at second and third. Neal looking for that second out here. Definitely doesn't want to give up any runs here into the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Rams fans will be right back here on Friday nights as a big softball game coming up between a couple top 25 softball squads here in Class 2A. Joaquin and Timpson. Timpson came in with they were ranked in the top 5 a couple weeks back. Went over, covered that game. Joaquin went over there and put up a big number on them. So I'm going to see if Timpson can get them back here. And these two teams are now both ranked in the top 25. That's Friday night here on NETSN. That's on the inside to Scoggins. It's 2-0. That means I get another chicken basket with ram sauce Friday night as well. Yes. Stevenson, third baseman, will be on deck, but Grubbs and Woodfin out on the base pads. Here's the pitch. Outside to Scoggins, it's 3-0. Neal looking for his spot. So Scoggins steps right back in. Pitch outside, ball 4. Bases are now full for the Bobcats on the second base on balls here by Neal. So with one out. And Coach Odom going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher out there right now. 15 pitches and bases full here for the Gary Bobcats. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here on NETSN.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store on Facebook. Find our page on Facebook. There you'll find a post for our weekly auction. If you find an item you like, place your bid and you could be a big winner and save yourself lots of money. We're on Facebook only for our weekly auctions. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out on Facebook. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, where we will save you more.
All right, back here, Coach Odom, and the meeting on the mound is over here, so 1 out, bases full. The Rams looking for an out here, and the Bobcats looking to get a run across here, too. Here comes the third baseman, Stevens, for the Bobcats. Stepping in here, ready to go. Neal comes set with the first pitch. On the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1 to him. Good spot right there by Neal. Alfred will be on deck here. Stevens stepping in here. Rams looking to get a double play ball. Neal coming to the plate. Inside call, Steve Reich 2. That's a good pitch there by Neal. So Stevens trying to make some contact here, get his team a run across. Pitch on the way. Foul have a heads up. And that'll be back out of play. Count will remain 0-2. So the 0-2 count. Right back in goes Stevens after the foul ball. Oh, on the inside, can't get the call. It's 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Neal taking a long look in, has what he likes from Hawkins. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. So here's the 2-2 from in there for a call. D-Rack 3 on the inside edge. And that's a big strikeout there and a big call for Neal. He needed that one. And he gets the strikeout, and that's out number 2. Stevens. Not quite sure, but he does get the call. Here's Alfred stepping up here, the second baseman with 2 outs and the base is full. Neal got the big strikeout right there. See if he can leave the bases full here. Swing and a miss for Alfred, 0-1. See if he can work himself out of bases loaded situation here. Right back in goes Alfred. Hitching the outside edge, and it's now 0-2. Coach calling down third baseline. Has Alfred right back in there with the bases full. 0-2 to him. Pitch on the way. On the inside, ball 1. 1-2. So stepping right back in here with a 2-2 count. Alfred looking to make some contact, bring a run in. Here's the pitch. Call, Stirac 3, caught him looking. And boy, I tell you what, that was 2 big strikeouts there by Neal to wrap that up, and he leaves them loaded. And they do get the 1 hit. They'll leave 3, no errors by the Rams. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Coming up for the Rams, Miller, Kay, and Neal when we come back here on a NETSN.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with the primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading Deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond V Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond B Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Let's go. That's right. All right, we're back here ready to go for the bottom half of the first inning. Make sure I got everything right. Yeah. Coming up for the Joaquin Rams, there'll be Miller, Kay, and Neal. Going around the horn for the Gary Bobcats. Woodfin on the bump. Grubs behind the dish. Sipes at first. Alford at second. Scoggins is at short. Stevens is at third. Harold is at left. Colley in center. And Stevens is in a right field for the Gary Bobcats. We're ready to go here. The Bobcats, I'll tell you what, they had them loaded. And a couple of strikeouts there by Neal to end the top half of that first inning. Left them loaded. 1 hit, 3 outs. 3 left. No errors. No score. Going to the bottom of the first. Second baseman Miller, the right fielder Kay, and the pitcher Neal will be the first 3 to the plate here. For second baseman Miller as he steps in here, ready to go. First pitch, Woodfin, just outside, ball 1 to him. So 1-0. That's in there for a strike. It's now a 1-1 count here to Miller. And the Ram hitters are definitely going to have their work cut out for them. Woodfin, as I said, with us in pregame, is a very good pitcher. He can bring the heat, and he's going to be looking to do that first team here tonight. Catching the outside edge, it's 1-2. Here's Woodfin ready to go. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2 now the count. Miller standing right in here trying to get something started, and a swing and a miss for the strikeout. Woodfin out number 1.
Your right fielder, number 11, Hunter Page.
So here comes the right fielder, Kays. He'll step in here. Catching the outside edge for Steerack 1, 0-1 to him. Woodfin working quick, 1-1 now. Woodfin 1-1 to him. Can't catch the outside edge. Kay standing with the 2-1 count now. Checking in. Coach Joaquin down the third baseline. Coach Odom down the first base side here for the Rams. Woodfin with a 2-1 count to Kay. Here it comes. It's going to be shot off of the handle right there at second base. And the second baseman, Alford, coming up with it. For the out number 2, here comes the pitcher Neal to the plate.
Next, number 9 is Neal.
So the pitcher Neal coming to the plate here, ready to go against Woodfin. 2 outs, nobody on. Trying to get to 1-2-3 inning for the Bobcats.
Hawkins, the catcher, will be on deck if Neal can reach here. 2 outs, no score. Foul ball back to the screen, 0-1. So Neal steps right back in with an 0-1 count. Trying to get on for Hawkins. See if he can help his own cause here. Woodfin looking to get out of this inning, and that's going to be fouled off. Heads up over there. 0-2 on the long foul ball. So Woodfin and Neal. Here's the 0-2. Call, Steerack, 3. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Bobcats. And a second strikeout for Woodfin. We'll go to the top of the second inning. Stevens, Seals, and Harold on their way to the plate when we come back here on NETSN.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
I didn't want to see all of that. Alrighty, we're back here ready to go to the top half of the second inning. No score. Coming to the plate for the Gary Bobcats will be the right fielder Stevens, the DH Seals, and the left fielder Harold will be the first 3 up here against Neal in the top of the second inning. No score. And 1 inning work here for Neal. He threw 25 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts, a couple base on balls. Gave up the 1 hit and no runs. They left 3 on the base paths. Pitch on the inside from Neal to Stevens, in there for Steerack 1. So 0-1 to him. Stevens. Right in, ready to go. Pitch on the way from Neal. Nice curveball there. That's Steerack 2. Got a heck of a break on it coming right at us. So Stevens trying to get something started here. The Bobcats had the bases juiced in that first inning. Couldn't push anybody across. Neal with a couple big strikeouts at the end of that inning. Now Stevens 0-2 to start off here in the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a runner right back there at shortstop coming up with it. And a good throw, 6-3. Graves to Webb. Out number 1. So 1 out. Coming to the plate will be the DH Seals. And then Harold, the number 9 hitter. I like these gray and the black pinstripe type of uniforms here for the Bobcats. Kind of look like the Chicago White Sox. Nice uniforms. Here we go. Neal gets him swinging and missing there, 0-1. So Neal, looking really good here to start. Settled in here after that first inning after 25 pitches. 1 out already here, so with the 0-1-2. Seals can't catch the outside edge. It's 1-1 now. So with a 1-1 count, Harold will be on deck. Here's the 1-1 from Neal. Can't catch the outside edge. It's now 2-1. So Neal with nobody on and a man out. Ringing it. Catching the outside edge. Runs that count even now at 2-2. Seals, DH, steps right back in here. Looking to get on for the left fielder, Harold, in the on-deck circle. Top of the order will be Colley. He's into the hole. So Seals, 2-2, standing in. He's going to call time. Neal taking a long look in here from Hawkins. So I need to do that. 2-2 to Seals. Outside, 3-2. Nice job by Seals to stay away from it. Good eye, as they say. Full count to him. Neal has signing lights from Hawkins. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. So now runner on here in the third base on balls given up here by Neal in the game. Got to put a man over at first. So coming to the plate will be Harold, left fielder. Holding on over first over there is Webb. Stepping in as Harold, ready to go. Trying to move him around. Now from the stretch. Well, kind of staying with the windup here is Neal. Here's the pitch. Out. Oh, catching the outside edge. 0-1. To him, top of the order, Colley on deck for the Bobcats as they had the bases full there into the first. Now trying to put something together here in the second. Still no score. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Now 0-2 to Harold. So right back in goes Harold. Neal. Swing and a miss and the strikeout. Big strikeout there for Neal. Tell you what, that's another situation where he needed an out, and he got one right there after the plate. Third strikeout of the ball game. Out number 2. Top of the order will be Colley for the Bobcats coming to the plate with a man on. What do I do with that piece of tape? So here's the top of the order, 0-for-1. Flight out to first into foul ground for Colley to start off the ball game, and he takes ball 1. Pitcher Woodfin will be on deck if Colley can reach. Man on, 2 outs. Grubbs, first base coach over there. Here's the pitch. That's up high. And it'll make it a 2-0 count. To Colley. So Neal comes set looking for the, that's a good pitch in there for a strike. Let me get his third out here. That's pitch number 40. It's 2-1. Trying to get this out and have Woodfin come to the plate. Into the third, and that's on the inside, 3-1. Just missed right there. So 3-1 to Colley as he steps right back in. Neal bringing it. That's in there for a strike. 3-2, full counts. As Colley thought that was a ball. Looked pretty close from over here. So now the count full, 3-2. And Colley steps back in. Neal. Quick look over to first, not much of a lead over there for Seals. Pitch on the inside is ball 4. So runners now at first and second. Seals moves over. Fourth base on balls given up here by Neal. So here comes Woodfin with a chance now with the runners at first and second. And the pitcher steps in here. Base on balls his first time up. Here's the pitch to him. On the inside, can't catch that one there for ball 1. (1-0) to him. Grubbs on deck. If Woodfin could get on, here's the 1-0 as Neal. Bringing it. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Over first, Colley. Second is Seals, the DH. 1-1 to Woodfin. Here's the pitch. Low, 2-1. So Woodfin stepping right back in, 2-1 count to him. Neal checking him at second. Not much of a lead there by Seals. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss with the fastball. It's 2-2. So Neal pitched himself out of a bases loading first. Now has 2 on with 2 outs here into the second. And has gone 2-2 to Woodfin, looking to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch to him. Fouls it back to the screen, stays 2-2. Way to stay alive there for Woodfin. Two. Neal, long look in from Hawkins. Now he has what he likes, ready to go. Here is the 2-2 pitch once again. Just low for ball 3. So runs the count full here, ready for the payoff pitch. Definitely don't want to load him up for grubs. As Woodfin steps back in. Here we go. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Big strikeout once again here for Neal to end the inning. And the strikeout will do it for his 4th strikeout. And then it'll do it, though. But they get
Sorry
no
about
hits.
the scoreboard. We do not
and
know
they
what the
leave
controller is at.
2 on base. No errors by the Rams. And we will go to the bottom of the second. Hawkins, McCann, and Graves coming to the plate when we come back here on NETSN.
Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin. Aurora Concepts Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go to the bottom of the second inning. Hawkins, McCann, and Graves coming to the plate here, facing Woodfin, who had 12 pitches, had a 1-2-3 inning, had 2 strikeouts, and no hits, and no base on balls, no errors. And we'll go to the second as the catcher Hawkins, third baseman McCann, and the shortstop Graves will be the first 3 up here, ready to go.
Come on, bitches.
All right, here we go. As the big man catcher steps in. Loved watching him run the rock. It's football season, too, that's for sure. Here he goes, stepping in here, up high and bringing the heat. Ball 1 from Woodfin. Standing right in the box. Joaquin down the third base line. Coach Odom down the first base side. That's in there for strike 1-1 to count. Nice pitch there from Woodfin. Hawkins taken high. 2-1. Hawkins looking to get something started. That's a nice pitch there from Hawkins. Cannot get the call. Whoa, that was a good looking pitch, and I guess that's 3-1. I thought for sure that was a strike. So he's going to call it a ball 3-1. Wow. Can will be on deck here for the Rams. Here's the pitch. Woodfin up high, ball 4. So leadoff man on here for with a runner on. McCann comes to the plate here for the first time. Third baseman facing Woodfin. No outs. Now the Rams looking to get something going here. That was fouled off. 0-1 to him. So McCann with an 0-1 count. Not much of a lead over there for Hawkins. As he dives back in, they check him there at first. See him diving back in. Once again, checking him over there. They got to, ooh, boy, I tell you, going to be awful close. Oh, they're going to say he's out this time. Woo! That's a pickoff throw over there. Couldn't get back in time, so he is out over there a second. Good job there by Woodfin on the 1-3 for out number 1. And that'll do it there as they get the first out. And now picked off over at first. And the Rams lose the base runner. That's going to be sure if that was a strike or a ball there, folks, as we don't have the scoreboard in Wait for the ref or the umpire there. So it's 1-1. We're going to go 1-1 just to see. We'll fix it later. 2-1. McCann standing in now. 2-1 count to him. So that 2-1 count, Woodfin ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's going to be shot out into right field, and it will get down, and it'll get past the right fielder there. As Stevens has a hard time coming up with it. He gets all the way to the fence. Now we're into second and stopping there on the error by the right fielder. And the Rams have a runner in scoring position here. Is McCann.
Number 12, Carter Graves.
So runner over at second now as Graves comes to the plate with 1 out. So coming to the plate now will be the shortstop Graves. He'll have a runner in scoring position there. Going to be an error on the right fielder. And McCann will reach. I think it would have been a single. He's going to get to second on the error. Trying to bunt him around here is Graves. He's going to foul that one off. Oh, 1 to him. So we caught the error on the right fielder to put him at second. No hit. So Graves with an 0-1 count. Standing right in here, trying to bring him around with 1 out. Woodfin gets him to foul that one back to the screen. It goes 0-2. Looking for that second out is Woodfin here, trying to get that one. Leave that runner out there on the base pads. I mean, just joined us. Bobcats had the bases loaded there in the first, and they had 2 on in the second. And able to get out of it was good pitching there by Neal. And Woodfin now with 1 out and a runner over at second is 0-2 to the shortstop Graves. Checking him over at second. Alford giving him a quick look, fouling that one away. Stays 0-2. So the left fielder Brown and the DH Stanland, the next 2 up here. Graves is trying to reach here, see if he can bring the run around from second. Stepping back in with an 0-2 count. Woodfin delivers. Swing and a miss for the strikeouts. That's out number 2. Big strikeout there for Woodfin. That's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Number 2, Justin Brown.
So here comes the left fielder Brown to the plate. And it's still runner over there second. See if he can bring him around. Oh, that's a nice pitch by Woodfin. Break the ball in there for a D-rack. Like sitting back here, you can just see the break on the pitches from both him and Neal. Sitting back here right behind the dish. Stanley will be on deck if Brown can reach. Here's the pitch. Another great breaking ball. That was, boy. I don't know what the Blues looking for, but a couple of good-looking pitches here from Woodfin that weren't called, but 1-1. Just missing, I guess. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So Woodfin looking for that 3rd strikeout, see if he can leave that runner out there at second. And get into that 3rd inning, no score. Swing and a miss for the Steve out, back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning here for Woodfin. Good jobs. He'll have his 4th strikeout of the ball game. And we will go to the bottom of the 3rd. I'm sorry, the top of the 3rd. Grubbs, Scroggins, and Stevens when we come back right here on NETSN.
Aurora Concepts Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond V Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond V Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Welcome, everyone, to Wallington Shire's Pierce Productions and NETSN's coverage of Piney Woods baseball. Tonight, district action. The Gary Bobcats take on the Joaquin Rams. The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm good neighbor, supports all the Piney Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century.
All righty, folks, back here ready to go to the third inning. And coming up for the Gary Bobcats, middle of the order, Grubbs, Scroggins, and Stevens will be the first three to go against Neal, who has pitched very, very well. He's had to pitch around a bases loaded there in the first. He had a couple there on the second. He's able to get a couple of strikeouts in that inning as well to get out of that situation. Right now, sitting at 51 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 4 base on balls, giving up the 2 hits and no errors and no runs. So here we go to the third. Grubbs, 1 for 1, had a single, got left at second, back in the first innings. He steps in here ready to go. Neal steps off, so does Grubbs. Grubbs, catcher, stepping in, ready to go. Here we are, third inning. Swing and a miss for the strike, 0-1 to win. This game ended at 4-2 in Gary back in March, with the Bobcats getting the win there. Grubbs 0-1. Neal coming set. Low outside, 1-1 to count. So Grubbs once again stepping in, trying to get something started here for the Bobcats. They've had their opportunities, but Neal's been able to pitch around it. And he's 1-1 here. Leadoff man in the third. Pitch on the way. Catching the outside edge, 1-2. Scoggins, the shortstop, on deck. Third baseman Stevens in the hole for the Bobcats here. Into the third. Neal 1-2 to the leadoff man, Grubbs. Stepping in, ready to go. We're going to get a timeout. So Grubbs riding back in here, and a 1-2 count to him. Pitch on the way, going to be behind him. It'll be a 2-2 count. Lost the cord. There we go. So 2-2 count. Grubbs. Stepping back in here, ready to go. Neal coming set. Pitch on the way. Low, runs the count full, now 3-2. So So 3-2 now, the count. Neal looking for that first out here, and Grubbs looking to get something started here for the Bobcats, and that's a low outside, ball forward. So leadoff man on here for the Bobcats. That's the fifth base on balls given up by Neal. So that brings the shortstop, Scroggins, to the plate. Reached on the base on balls his first time up. The man over there first, the lefty, standing in here ready to go. Neal working pretty much from the windup all the way through, even with base runners on to the plates. Inside ball, Steve right call. 0-1 to him. So Neal, I wouldn't say it's a sidearm delivery, but it's a little bit like that. But it's effective and it works. He's getting strikes out of it. Checking the runner at first, not much of a lead over there for Grubbs. Low on the inside, runs count even 1-1. So Hawkins going to take a second here and go out and have a chat with his pitcher. That will give me a second to do some things here, folks, okay? So what I'm going to do is I've got to change the battery. Here we go. On the inside, that one's going to get away. Going to be a throw down to second. Hawkins, a low throw. Going to get out into center field, but a good job there by the center fielder, Bass, to back him up and not let it get away. So we're going to have runner now and a scoring position here for the Bobcats now at second base. Coach going to come out here and have a chat here with the umpire. As they're having a talk about it right now, so Scroggins still at the plate here. Going over to second there is Grubbs. I was going to say he reached over there on a wild pitch, but they're still chatting about it, so we're going to see what they're chatting about. So right now it's a 1-1 count here to the pitcher, Scroggins, as he will be at the plate. Now the umpires are having a chat about say he was out of the box maybe or something. I'm not quite sure, but there we go. So we're going to be chatting with the coach down now and Coach Colley, having a chat here with the umpire. As now the sun has gone down, it's got a little bit cooler out here tonight. So now the Rams are going to have a congregation near that behind the hill. And the umpire out in the field is now talking with Coach Colley. As that runner's still sitting over at second. Let's see what kind of call we're going to get here now. The umpire and crew having the chat. Alrighty. This is the time whenever, I love baseball, and I know these chats and things happen, and I keep thinking about it whenever it's baseball time. But I need to get the Jeopardy thing. I just think that would be perfect in certain situations like this. So, seeing what they're still chatting about over here. Okay.
So whatever the conversations were, it is Grubbs
back to first. It's a call, Lump. So, we get a call, Blue? Blue, it's a call. Okay, I guess we're not going to get a call, even though I'm asking, but okay. And apparently it is now 2-1 out of the plates to the hitter. Outside, 3-1. Is that right? I have no clue at this point right now. So no explanation as to what happened out there. Now we're going to get a runner. It doesn't matter. Ball 4. So it's a base on balls, and the runner's going to be going here, and it is a 6 base on balls given up by Neal. So now runners will be at first and second. No outs. And here we go. So here comes Stevens to the plate. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Runners in score position at first and second. You know, that's all right. I'll keep my opinions to myself. Here we go. As Stevens steps in, runners at first and second here for the Bobcats. On the inside, ball 1 to him. So Stevens with no outs and runners at first and second here. Neal looking for that first out behind 1-0 to him. Stands in is Stevens. Pitch on the way. Outside as the Rams anticipating a bunt. 2-0. So 2-0 count to Stevens. He's squaring around looking for the bunt it out there. He's going to get called for a strike now. 2-1's catching the outside edge for Neal. So Stevens trying to bunt him over. Scoggins at first, Grubbs at second. No outs here into the top of the third. The Bobcats looking to score here. They've had the opportunity in the first, second, now here in the third once again, but that's 2-2 now with the swing and a miss. Second baseman Alford will be on deck. Stevens right back in. 2-2 to him. Not much leads there by the runners. So they do step off the base pads now. Here's the 2-2. That's a runner there, and it's going to get into the gap. Coming around to score will be the first run here for the Bobcats. Gets away from the left fielder. Here's the throw coming in. It's going to get off mark for the third baseman and moving over to second as a RBI single for Stevens. And the first hit brings in a run here for the Bobcats. Sorry, the fourth hit brings in a run for the Bobcats. As coming around to score is Grubbs. Scoggins will stop over at third. Stevens will get into second on the throw in. And here comes second baseman Alford to the plate. So all right, ready to go here. Here comes Alford. He's 0 for 1. Had a strikeout his first time up. Now he's got runners in scoring position at second and third here for the Bobcats as they lead it now 1-0. Here's the pitch. High fly ball here onto the infield. And Neal coming off the hill. He'll make that first out, and he'll get it. Out number 1, big out there for the Rams. So Stevens will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 at the plate today. Still runners in scoring position at second and third here for the Bobcats. As they've been threatening in the first and the second, they finally get a run across here in the third. And with one out, Stevens, the right fielder, looking to see if he can add a couple more here against Neal. Steenreich 1-2 him. Stevens, 0-1 at the plate, grounded out to short his first time up, stands in 0-1. And the pitch down the first base line, and it'll be there for the first baseman, unassisted, but it does bring in a run. And that'll make it a 2-0 ball game here. As Stevens comes in. Scroggins comes in, Stevens goes over to third. And Stevens is out for the second out on the unassisted there by the first baseman. So there's 2 outs. Runner over at third. And it is now a 2-1 ball, 2-0 ball game. Yep. So at the plate now comes Seals. He reached on the base on balls his first time up. And runner scoring position over there at the third. Seals taken outside, ball 1. 1-0 him. Harold, number 9 hitter on deck. Seals can reach 1-0 as the Bobcats pushed across a few here. Seals send that one back behind everybody. 1-1. So 1-1 to Seals. Stevens standing over there at third, trying to bring him home. Try to make it a 3-0 ball game. Right now, 2-0. 2 outs, top of the third. Neal looking for that third out. Catching the inside edge for the strike call. It's 1-2. So Neal looking to get out of this inning without any more damage. And that runner over at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. High fly ball here on the right side. And long there into a foul ground. And a great job. And they able to get it down there into the foul ground. I don't know if they were able to catch up to it. I think it got down on the ground out there. Couldn't tell if they were able to catch it. I don't think they were able to, so it'll stay 1-2. On the foul ball. So Seals with a 1-2 count. Steps back in. Getting everybody reset. Stevens back in over at third. Neal. Bringing it to Seals. Just outside. Can't catch the edge. 2-2. Seals staying away. Good eye by Seals. Sun went down, got into the evening here. Got a little bit chilly out here this evening, folks. Grab me a little jacket. Seals 2-2. Neal comes set, checking in, run over at third. Not much of a lead there for Stevens. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for the strike out for the third out. 5th strikeout here for Neal, and he needed that one here. But they do get the 1 run. 1 hit, and they leave him in. No errors. Wait a minute.
It's going down, I'm on fire. I'm definitely in my
That error was over here, wasn't it? Oh, there it is. So no errors for the Rams. That's what we're looking at. All right, so we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It will be Stanley, Bass, and Miller when we come back right here on NETSN.
Pineywood Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumberyard. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go to the bottom of the third inning, and here comes the DH Stanley to the plate. As it's now a 2-0 ball game, for the Gary Bobcats over the Joaquin Rams. And Woodfin right back in, bringing the heat. Steve Reich 1 to Stanley. 0-1 to him. 31 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 1 base on balls, no hits, and no runs. Given up by Woodfin here tonight. 1-1 now the count. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 5 left and 1 error for the Bobcats. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Rams. That's a hot shot there at a second, and good job getting up there is Alfred, and he'll go 4-3 for out number 1. So on number 1, here comes Bass, the center fielder, to the plate here for the Rams.
Number 4, Coach Bass.
Franklin. Joaquin, sorry, is that right? Third baseline. So Bass stands in, ready to go here. Here's the first pitch from Woodfin. Went out, nobody on. Woodfin, 33 pitches. 4 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Whew. I'll tell you what. We're looking right down the barrel of that thing, and it is smoking coming down the pipe. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2, another good pitch. High heater bringing in his strikeout. Number 5. Second baseman for the Rams stands in, ready to go. First pitch, Steve Wright called, 0-1 to him. Kay will be on deck if Miller can get on. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss now, 0-2. But Finn, couple of runs lead now here in this third, is stepping up the heat here on the pitches. 0-2 to him. Trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. High outside, ball 1. Not going after that one. 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Miller trying to get something started here for the Rams. Sends that one right back up the middle and knocked it down. There is Woodfin, going to throw it across and get it just in time on the 1-3. Great play there by Woodfin. Had to really work for that one. So it's 1-2-3 inning here, and that'll do it for the Rams. We will go to the 4th inning. It will be Harold, Colley, and Woodfin when we come back right here on a NETSN.
Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham and Joaquin. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas, family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Welcome, everyone, to Wallington Shire's Pierce Productions and NETSN's coverage of Piney Woods baseball. Tonight, district action. The Gary Bobcats take on the Joaquin Rams.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here as we get ready to go to the fourth inning. And coming up for the Gary Bobcats, it'll be Harold, Colley, and Woodfin, the first three up here, ready to face Neal, who has gone 3 full innings of work. He's thrown 76 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 6 base on balls. He's given up 3 hits, 2 runs. And here we go to the fourth inning. And facing Harold, 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Stands in here ready to go here into the top of the fourth inning. 2-0 ball game. 2 runs, 3 hits, 6 left, 1 error for the Bobcats. No runs, no hits, 1 left, no errors for the Rams is what I've got here as we go through 3. Here's to the fourth inning. Harold steps in. Facing Neal for the second time. Pitch on the way. Steve Wright called to him. Oh, 1 to Harold as he steps right back in. Top of the order will be Colley. Harold 0-1. High fly ball out into left field. Left fielder getting up underneath it there. And it will be taken care of there by the left fielder, Brown. And that's out. Number 1 here for the Rams. So 1 out on the long fly ball. Top of the order will be Colley. He's 0 for 1 with a base on balls. His 2 times at the plate today. Facing Neal for the 3rd time with 1 out, nobody on. So Colley takes Steve Reich 1. Oh, 1 to him. Woodfin will be on deck here with 1 out. And Neal coming set once again. That one's low. Run to count 1-1. So the 1-1 count, Colley steps right back in. Behind the dish is Hawkins. He'll send out the sign. Neal comes set, 1-1. Pitch on the way. Hot shot there, and it's going to get into the gap and out into left field. So another hit here for the Bobcats. Colley. That gets on, and he'll be on for Woodfin. So 1 out base runner for the Bobcats. So here comes Woodfin to the plate. 0 for 1, struck out in a base on balls his 2 times up. Now with a runner over at first. Lead over there at first for Colley. Neal, another look over there, now ready to go. Woodfin, ready. That's up in behind him. It's going to get behind there, and Hawkins. And with the wild pitch, it's going to allow the runners to get over to second. Ball one. So now runners scoring position here for the Bobcats as they lead it 2-0 here in the fourth. And Woodfin trying to help his own cause here. Now 1-0. Neal. Take a quick look over there. Second. Collie reaches. High fly ball here onto the infield. Hawkins getting underneath it, and a good job here by the catcher. He'll make the play just off the dish down the first baseline. Out number one. Good job there by Hawkins. Second out, sorry. Coming to the plate now will be Grubbs. He's 0 for 1 with a base on ball, scoring a run. Got a runner there at second in scoring position here as he steps back in here, ready to go against Neal. Neal looking for a quick inning here. Not too many pitches this inning. So with 2 outs. Bringing that one high. Ball one. One-0. Grubb standing in, 1-0 count to him. Looking to get on for Scoggins. Lead over there at second is Collie. Here's the pitch. Low, 2-0. So 2-0 now to Grubbs. Not wasting any time, comes right back in the box. Neal going to come set. Check him there at second. Collie leads. Swing and a miss for the strike. 2-1. So 2-1 to Grubbs. Neal done a good job working around base runners here. A few innings. That one's low for 3-1. Got a couple outs here now. Definitely don't want to put Grubbs on. 3-1 to him. Now the pitch on the way. That's low. Ball 4, and that's going to get thrown away out into left field by Hawkins on the overthrow. Ball 4, and that's going to allow, or now they're going to try to get him over there at first. Not going to do it. So Grubbs is going to be on the base on balls. It's number 6. So he'll be on over at first, but Collie will come in on the error. First error of the ball game here by the Rams. That will make it now a 3-0 ball game here. 2 outs. Runner will be at first. Has a big turnover there for Grubbs, but not able to get over to second. So now 3-0 ball game. And it will be Scoggins coming to the plate. They're going to get a pinch runner for Grubbs, maybe. Not real sure. As Grubbs is coming from first base and across. Oh, okay. Grubbs going to be back over there at first, so make sure everything's right. Okay. Everything's good. No chat with Coach Collie down the third base line, and it is good to go. So, all right, so now here we go. Scoggins will step in with a runner over at first. Now 3-0 on the error, bringing in the run. So Scoggins, 2 base on balls, his 2 times at the plate today and scoring a run. Grubbs over at first. Pitch low on the inside. Ball 1 to him. 1-0 to Scoggins. Stevens will be on deck here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. So 1-0 to Scoggins. Here's the pitch. Runner going. Grubbs. Got to get out into center field, right back up the guts. And Grubbs was running at first. He'll come around here. And the throw coming in as that ball is not handled out there in center. And all the way over to third for the triple is going to be Scoggins. It will be a 4-0 ball game. Well, they had some trouble with it getting out there in the center field. So with the double and the throw in, gets him over to third. But the run comes in. That's Grubbs that was on his horse. He took off onto the pitch. He is on his way around. He comes in here. It is now a 4-0 ball game. And with 2 outs, Bobcats now have a runner over at third and good base running. As you come around second there for Scoggins, saw they were having a little trouble out there in center field. He goes in and takes third. So here comes Stevens to the plate. He's 1 for 2 at the plate today. Now 4-0 for the Bobcats. Stevens in ready to go. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Maybe the last inning for Neal as he's now sitting. I've got 91. That's not official. 92 on the way. 1-0 to Stevens. High fly ball out into right field. And the right fielder out there is Kate. And he's going to catch it there towards the foul ground line. And that is out, number 3. So, damage done, though. They do get a run coming in here on a couple of hits. They'll leave a man onto the base pads, and the 1 error brings in a couple runs, make it now a 4-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It will be Kay, Neal, and Hawkins when we come back right here on NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
If elegance is on your
Wondering
shopping
what the
list,
best thing is
then
to
the
do with
place
your
to go
land?
is Lasting
Crossover
Impressions.
from dreams to
You find them
plan
between Ten
with
Hall
Sandy
Highway
Creek
and Highway
Land
96
Enhancement.
on Foster
They help
Street.
you
Bath and
maximize
body
the
for
land
him
of
and
East
her,
Texas.
jewelry,
Take a
and
trail,
the very
turn it into a
finest of home
driveway,
decor.
create beautiful
Perfect
ponds,
for showers,
dirt work of all
perfect for
types,
yourself, because
bush
you
hogging
deserve
and mulching
the
as
best.
well.
The team at
It's
Lasting
Sandy Creek
Impressions
Land
backs
Enhancement.
the Dragons and Lady Dragons. What do you know about Tammy Steptoe Realty? With the exception of the fact that she's the #1 realtor in the area, take another look. Red, white, and black. Ever notice some other places are red, white, and black? Ever put that together? Tammy Steptoe Realty. So proud of the Shelbyville Dragons.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It will be Kay, Neal, and Hawkins, the first 3 up here against Woodfin. Woodfin is pitching a great game here tonight as well. He's got 40 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He's given up no hits, and his team has 1 error behind him. For the Rams, they have no runs and no hits, and they have a man left with 1 error, and it is 4 runs on 5 hits, 7 left, and 1 error for the Gary Bobcats. So here we go to the 4th inning as the right fielder Kay comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 and a fly ball to the second baseman. Back in the 1st. So standing in here ready to go against Woodfin. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Woodfin, 1-2-3 inning in the 1st and of the 3rd. Had an error there in the 2nd. Otherwise, pitching the minimum here. It's 0-2. That's going to be low. 1-2 count. Pitcher will be Neal on deck here for the Rams. Stepping in, K. Pitch from Woodfin, got away from there. Outside, 2-2. Yeah, they were able to get that scoreboard working out there. 2-2 the count to K as he comes right back in. Pitch from Woodfin. Little runner there off of the end of the bat, and it's going to roll foul. So it'll stay 2-2. Sipes down there at the first baseline looking to see if it would stay fair, but just rolls foul just before the first base pad. Stays a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouling it back to the screen. So 2-2 to K as he's right back in the box. Woodfin working from the windup, bringing it. Gonna be hit by the pitch there. He was bringing it pretty good there. Lost his hat. Did Woodfin on that one? Hit by the pitch. So base runner here for the Rams as pitcher Neal, 0 for 1 at the plate today, comes up with a runner over to first base. So Neal stands in, runner over at first. Throws over there to first, ball gets away. Up and running, now headed off to second for the Rams. They get in there. Will be K. So the throw over. Error by the pitcher. Gets the runner into scoring position over at second. So look for the first pitch here now to Neal, working from the stretch. Here comes Woodfin. He's back in that windup. He's standing. 0-1 to him. But staying in that straight windup, isn't he? Runner over at second. 0-1 to Neal. Taking his time, taking a long look in. Now the pitch. Outside. 1-1. Hawkins on deck here for the Rams. As Neal right back in, trying to get that runner off a second here, see if the Rams can get a run across. That one's out in front, going to get out there in front of Grubbs. Grubbs going to throw over to third, and he's going to be out at third, trying to slide in. Grubbs with a great job getting it up out front, and he'll go 2-5 for the first out, and it's a 2-1 count here at the plates. So going to be a discussion here. Coach Joaquin chatting with the young plate umpire. Checking in on the play down there at the third. Like I say, he's safe at the third. So now Coach Colley's going to come out and have a chat. There's been some conversations here tonight, folks. And, you know, I can understand why some of the coaches are having these conversations with these umpires out here tonight. There's, you know, I love this game, but there's been some calls. I'm like, things to make you go, So here we go, Coach Colley now trying to find out the runner's going to stay down there at third, they're saying. So everybody's going to be safe. It's a 2-1 count at the plate to Neal. All right, so now runner scoring position over at third will be there. And he is safe down there at the third base. Okay, so here we go. As Woodfin, 2-1 on the way. Foul back to the screen, 2-2. Hey, 2-2 to Neal, trying to straighten one out, see if he can bring a run across. Swing and miss for the strikeout. And they'll tag him out going down to first. Good job there by Grubbs. Out number 1. on the 6th strikeout of the ball game here for Woodfin. So runner still down there. Hawkins steps up here, and he is reached on the base on balls his first time up. It's going to be a runner there at the 3rd. Going to try to come home, get the play at the plate. It's going to be a low throw. Not going to get there. Hawkins takes off from 1st, headed down to 2nd. The throw down there, and it will be offline. And Hawkins does a good job there getting himself into 2nd base as the run does come in to score. Good job of running.
What's up? Fresh is our turn, baby.
Good job of running here for the Joaquin Rams. Hawkins is going to reach on the fielder's choice, and he'll get himself over to 2nd on the throw over to 1st. It's offline there going to 2nd, so that's where he's going to be. So now they will have a runner over at 2nd, will the Rams, as they do push a run across. All right, so now stepping in here is going to be McCann. He reached on an error his first time up. So now with a runner over at 2nd, it's now 4-1 ball game. That's going to be down the first baseline. Watch out, Coach Odom. Hot shot down the first baseline and long strike 0-1. Sorry, he came in from 3rd, didn't he, folks? My bad. There we go. 0-1. Foul ball, McCann. Swing and a miss now, 0-2. Woodfin still without a hit against him. But now the run, but it was a hit by a pitch, fielder's choice, and there's the 2nd strikeout of the inning. That's 7 on the ball game. All right, ready to go here for Graves coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Runner over at the 2nd with 2 outs. That one's going to get away from Grubbs. Grubbs going to throw down to 3rd, and the throw's going to be offline. But a good job backing him up there by the left fielder, Harold, as it gets into foul ground there. And out of play, but nice job there getting over to 3rd and getting into scoring position. There's a pinch runner there for Hawkins. Can't tell who that is over there running. And it's 1-0 here at the plate to Graves. Brown will be on deck here. Rams are trying to push across another run here with 2 outs into the bottom of the 4th. Graves 1-0 to him. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. 2 outs after that strikeout there to McCann. 1-1 to count to Graves. That's a high fly ball out into left field, and it should drop down in front of Harold, and does. And now gets past Harold. Now headed over to 2nd is going to be Graves, and it's the RBI single, and into 2nd there for Graves. So now it's a 4-2 ball game here for the Rams, as Graves gets the single and heads into 2nd. So 2 outs. Base runners swap places out there. And back to the plate now comes Brown. He's 0 for 1. So the left fielder stepping up here. Runner scoring position is outside, ball 1. So the Rams put across a couple here in this inning and now make it a 4-2 ball game. Sorry, giving the run there. And now we're going to have a conversation out here onto the hill with the pitcher Woodfin. As right now I've got him at 60 pitches on the evening, 7 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He's only given up the 1 hit, even though it's been a big inning here for the Rams. They got a hit by a pitch, strikeout, a fielder's choice, another single, and another strikeout here. That's kind of how the run kind of came across. there for the Rams out there, as we had an error out there as well as one got away. So that's kind of how it comes. So the one hitter going on here is Woodfin, having a chat out there, still pitching very well. He's got 2 outs, and he's 1-0 to Brown. The Rams have a runner there at the second, trying to push across that 3rd run to close the gap. It's 4-2 on a chilly night in Joaquin. 1-0 to Brown, Stanley on deck. So Brown 0-1 at the plate today, 1-0 as he stands in. He's got Graves over at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So the 1-1 count, Stanley on deck. Alford, Stevens, and Seals first 3 up into the 5th inning. Swing and a mix for the Wildcats. As it's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 count. Swing and miss for the strikeout. Big strikeout there for Woodfin. He needed that one. And on his 8th strikeout of the evening, and that'll do it here for the inning for the Rams. As they get 1 hit and they leave them in, but they do bring in a couple of runs to now make it a 4-2 ball game. As we go to the 5th, it will be Alford, Stevens, and Seals when we come back right here on NETSN.
Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. These fine following sponsors bring you our coverage of Pineywood sports. Sandy Creek Land Enhancement, helping you make the most of your property. Dr. Deborah Worsham, the local and professional touch. Rancho Grande and Timpson, Shelby County's destination for special events. And First National Bank, a tradition you can trust. And Tammy Steptoe Realty, take the right step to realty.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home. For all of your glass-related needs, it's Center Glass.
Welcome everyone to Wallingtonshire's Pierce Productions and NETSN's coverage of Piney Woods baseball. Tonight, district action. The Gary Bobcats take on the Joaquin Rams.
Gotta keep them separated. Hey!
All righty, folks, back here ready to go to the 5th inning. Coming up for the Gary Bobcats, it will be Alford, Stevens, and Seals going against Neal. He's back out there under the bump for the Rams. Sitting at 92 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 7 base on balls. He's given up the 5 hits and the 4 runs. And he'll be back out here for the 5th inning. Alford 0 for 2 at the plate today. So stepping up here, ready to go against Neal into the 5th. So here's Alford. Strikeout and a fly ball out. His 2 times at the plate today. Stands in here, ready to go. Leading off the 5th inning. Inside, ball 1. One out Alford. Neal taking a long look in. Hawkins with a good sign. Here's a swing and a miss. It's now 1-1. So the 1-1 count. Alford standing right in. Low for a 2-1 count. And Coach Joaquin talked to him before the ball game. Said the one thing he had to have was low errors. And I think he did that here tonight, and some fairly decent pitching. And he's got that as well here from Neal so far. Giving up a few runs, but he's done very well, pitching himself out of some situations. He's done really good here. 3-1. So 3-1 offered as Neal comes set. And the pitch. That's in there for a call. Strike 2. So full count now to Alford. Neal bringing it. Fly ball there. Off the hand of the bat. And to the first baseman, 4 outs. Number 1. So 1 out here for the Rams. Come to the plates. Will be Stevens. He's 0 for 2 at the plate today. Right fielder for the Bobcats. Yeah, we didn't have any. Okay. So here we go. Standing in here is Stevens. 1 out, nobody on. Neal. Pitch number 99. Up on the inside. Ball 1. One 0. Two lead here for the Bobcats. Late in the evening here in Joaquin. That's going to be down the left field side and out of play. Long strike, 1-1 to count. Pitch number 100 here for Neal, what I have. 1-1 to Stevens with Seals on deck. Here's the 1-1 to him. Outside, 2-1. So Hawkins going down and have a little chat here with his pitcher. And it's a 2-1 count at the plate here to the hitter. Oops, that didn't click, did it? 2-1 to Stevens at the plate. So the conversation is over, and 2-1 now to Stevens as he's right back in. Neal comes set, here's the pitch. Outside, makes it 3-1. So 3-1 to him. And that's going to be over there to the second baseman. Slow roller there to Al Miller. He'll come up throwing, go 4-3. Out number 2. 2 outs for the Rams and no base runners here for the Bobcats. And coming to the plate will be Seals. He's 0 for 1 with a base on balls, his 2 times at the plate today. But I do believe that is going to do it here for Neal. As he's definitely over 100 pitches. I got it for 103. So we're going to get a pitching change coming in here for the Rams. So that'll give us a chance to take a little bit of a quick break here. So we'll be right back with the pitching change going on. Right here is a 42-ball game and with 2 outs. In the top of the 5th inning, pitching change on the way for the Rams.
Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin. The following Rough Rider sponsors are proud of our Piney Woods area teams. Bird Forestry, helping industry protect nature. Granny B Snow Cones, the sign that summer is here. The Pizzeria, the taste of a generation. And TNR Steaks and More, all you can eat, all the time. And Ray Jones Chevrolet. Let Marlon Ray, Mr. Chevrolet, show you what's on the lot. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Alrighty, folks, back here in pitching change, it's going to bring Kay. He's going to come out of left field. Out of right field to come in and be the new pitcher here. It's 103 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 7 base on balls, 5 hits, and the 4 runs charged to Neal. Good game here for a pitch for him. And so it'll be Seals coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1, and a base on balls is 2 times up. We'll face the new pitcher Kay here. 2 outs and nobody on the end of the top of the 5th inning. So Seals comes set, ready to go here against Kay. First pitch. Steve Reich 1-2 him. So 0-1 here to Seals as he steps right back in here. Okay. Catching high outside and catching the outside edge for an 0-2 count. Okay, 0-2, trying to get out of this inning here and get his team working again as they scored a couple runs there in that bottom half of the 4th. That one's high outside for ball 1-1-2. So the 1-2 count as Seals gets on. Harold on deck here for the Bobcats. And it's a 1-2 to him. On the inside, call Steve Reich 3 for the 3rd out. It's a strikeout here for Kay coming in for the Rams, and that'll do it here in the 5th as they get no hits, nobody left, and no errors for the Rams. It will be Stanley, Bass, and Miller come to the plate when we come back right here on a NETSN.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond League Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond League Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Alrighty, folks, come back to a nice base knock right there for the Rams. Stanley with a single. So man on here for the Rams as they trail up 4-2 going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ready to come to the plate here is going to be Bass. He's 0 for 1. Center fielder here for the Rams. Now, not much of a lead over there at first, but Woodfin going to check Stanland over there. Being held on by Sipes. Take that look there. Not much of a lead over there, as you can tell. He's trying to bunt his way on is Bass, and it's going to be foul ball 0-1. So here we go. 0-1 to Bass. Top of the order will be Miller on deck here. Rams trade up 4-2. Nice bunt right back there to Woodfin. Woodfin's going to go to second. They're going to get the lead man, but they won't get Bass down to first. So out at the second, we'll go a 1. So throw over there to first and get it away from the first baseman. Now it's going to get down to second on the pass ball over there. And a good job of running here as Stanley gets over to second. Error number 3. By the Bobcats tonight. Now Woodfin sends that one fouled off. Miller. 0-1 to start him off. A lot of action going on here at Ram Park, and has now pretty much come down to just this ball game here. At the top of the order here is it's a 1-0 count. I'm sorry, an 0-1 count to Miller after the foul ball. I got it right. Okay. K will be on deck. 0-1 to Miller. Low outside 1-1. So with one out and a man over at the second. Which is Bass. That's in there for a strike. It's a 1-2 count. So Miller right back in here. See if he can bring around another run. 1-2 to him. Swing and miss for the strikeout. Big strikeout and a big pitch there for Woodfin for out number 2. We got 9 on the afternoon, I do believe, here for Woodfin. Big out right there for them. Kay stepped to the plate now, started off in right field. Now the pitcher, he's 0 for 1 and has been hit by a pitch. Scored that 1 run there for the Rams. And this time he's going to take a strike 1 to him. Grubbs thought about throwing down as Bass has the lead over there at second. Not much. Took off a little bit there. As Kay with an 0-1 count to him. Swinging a miss now 0-2. So Neal will be on deck if Kay can get on. Sorry, that's going to get away from Grubbs. It's going to allow the runner to get over to third. 1-2 count. So Kay with a 1-2 count. now over at third after that pass ball there, folks. Foul ball. Stays 1-2. It's getting chilly out here. They have 2-2 on the board. I think that is right, so we'll go with 2-2. 2-2 now. As Kay standing in, here's the pitch from Woodfin. Just missing on the outside edge, runs the count full, 3-2. So full count now. The runner over at third is Bass. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that's a big strikeout right there now for Woodfin. And the third out, and another strikeout, number 10 on the night here for Woodfin. And that stops the threat there by the Rams. We'll go to the 6th inning. It will be Harold, Colley, and Woodfin coming to the plate when we come back right here on a NETSN. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out.
The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm Good Neighbors, supports all the Piney Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century. If elegance is on your
Wondering what
shopping
the
list,
best thing is
then
to
the
do with
place
your
to go
land?
is lasting
Crossover
impressions.
from dreams to
To
a
find them
plan
between
with
Tunnel
Sandy
Highway
Creek
and Highway
Land
96
Enhancement.
on Foster
They help
Street.
you
Bath
maximize
and
the
Body
land
for
of
him
East
and her.
Texas.
Jewelry.
Take a
And
trail,
the
turn
very
it into a
finest in home
driveway,
decor.
create beautiful
Perfect
ponds,
for
dirt
showers.
work of all
Perfect
types.
for yourself. Because
Bush
you
hogging
deserve
and mulching
the
as
best.
well.
The team at
It's
Lasting
Sandy Creek
Impressions
Land
backs
Enhancement.
the Dragons and Lady Dragons. What do you know about Tammy Steptoe Realty? With the exception of the fact that she's the #1 realtor in the area, take another look. Red, white, and black. Ever notice some other places are red, white, and black? Ever put that together? Tammy Steptoe Realty. So proud of the Shelbyville Dragons.
Alrighty, folks, back here. Ready to go to the 6th inning. And it will be Harold, Colley, and Woodfin, the first three up here. Facing a new pitcher, Kay, here in this inning. All right, so here we go. Kay come in, had that 1/3 of an inning, took 4 pitches. And he will face Harold here, who is 0 for 2 at the plate today. A strikeout and a flyout, his 2 times up. Facing a new pitcher here for the first time. 4-2 game, going to the 6th. Steve Rack 1. Oh, 1 to Harold. Pitch coming in. Shot there to the shortstop. Waiting on it to come out there to him. And Graves will come up and make a good play. 6-3. Out number 1. So 1 out as Colley comes to the plate. Colley is a 1 for 2 with a base on balls. His 3 times at the plate today. So top of the order, here comes Colley. 1 out, facing Kay. And the pitch on the way. Steerack 1-2. Woodfin will be on deck here. As it's a 4-2 ball game. Same score into that ball game earlier into the year between these two squads here. And the Rams going to see if they can come out of here with the victory this time. That's 0-2. Nice curveball there from Kay. Big game here for both of these squads actually here in the district, as Gary has a 1-game lead in the district over the Rams. The Rams looking to stay fit there, and don't know what happened between Shelbyville and Torino tonight, but they were playing this evening. High fly ball out into center field, and center fielder going to come up on it. That should be Colley. He'll make the play there toward the right field side for outs. Number 2. Sorry, that's Tate Bass out there. Sorry, that's Bobcats are hitting, aren't they? That's Tate Bass out there. He makes it towards the right field side for out number 2. Cold out here, got me all messed up. Okay, here comes Woodfin to the plate, who's done very, very well at the on the mound tonight, and comes in here. He is 0 for 2 with a base on balls, just 3 times up, 2 outs and nobody on. Here into the top of the 6th, looking to help himself here, as he's only got 76 pitches on the afternoon. High fly ball here, just over to the right field side, and out there underneath it, I believe that's number 13, Kilpatrick, who's in there at the right field now, as he will be out to number 3 on the fly ball to right field. It's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Rams, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Neal, Hawkins, and McCann coming to the plates when we come back right here on NETSN.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose. Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial and ag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And it's going to be just what I thought. It was Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick is out there in right field for the Rams. He will now be up here pinch hitting for Neal, who did very well. Neal, 0 for 2, but pitched very well there for the Rams. So he'll have a seat here. Kilpatrick will come in and be the pitch hitter for him. His first opportunity to hit here against Woodfin. Ready to go. First pitch, swing and a miss. Woodfin, 77 pitches so far. 10 strikeouts, 1 base on balls, 2 hits, the 2 runs. And that's in their first strike. It's 0-2. Oh, there is one more game going on behind us while they're in there. Oh, they're just the kids are practicing over there. Okay. Here's the 0-2. Cole Sterock 3 from Woodfin. And that's out, number 1. Another big strikeout here. That's 11 on the afternoon for Woodfin. Big game for him. So coming to the plate is going to be Hawkins. He reached on a fielder's choice at a base on balls his 2 times at the plate today. He did score one of the runs back in the 4th inning for the Rams. So he comes up here for the 3rd time. 1 out and nobody on. Pitch on the way from Woodfin. Ball 1 to him. One over to Hawkins. McCann on deck here. Whoa, that's up inside there. And Hawkins will be hit by the pitch. Oh, might sting a little bit more. So here comes McCann to the plate as he steps up here. He's 0 for 1, reaching on an error his 2 times at the plate today. He'll have a runner over at first. That's Hawkins looking for a lead over there at first. High outside. Ball 1 to him. One over to McCann. Woodfin delivers that one. Foul ball down the right side, 1-1 to count. So McCann with a 1-1 count steps right back in. Got a runner over there first, trying to move him around here as the Rams trail by 2. Here late in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Good job there by Woodfin. Gets him swinging at that one on the inside. Graves on deck here for the Rams. And Kay throws over to first. Getting back in. I'm sorry, Woodfin. Hawkins getting back in over at first. Woodfin's got McCann 1-2. Quick look over to first, and Woodfin delivers. Swing and miss for the strikeout. That's the 2nd strikeout of the inning. That's out, number 2, and that's the 12th strikeout of the ball game for Woodfin. So 2 outs. Graves with one of the 2 hits for the Rams. Steps up in here. He's 1 for 2 at the plate today. Got a runner over at first. Stepping in here against Woodfin. Woodfin delivers. High, and that gets off of the top of Grubbs' glove. Nobody running, and it's high for ball 1. So the 1-0 count here to Graves. Brown to be on deck if Graves can get on. Checking in with Coach Burkeen down the first base line. Coach Odom down the first base side. Hawkins leading at first. Being held on over there by Sipes. Not much of a lead. And Woodfin delivers outside. Catching the outside edge for a 1-1 count. That's 1-1. Oh, up high. 2-1. So that 2-1 count here. Woodfin. And Graves stepping right back in. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. We're all kind of like taking our collective breath, waiting for the call here. Is this 3-1? Woodfin ready to bring it once again. Here's the pitch, and he's going to catch him on the backside, so he's hit by the pitch. So now runners at first and second here for the Rams. Trailing by 2. And Woodfin will have to face a new batter here. Coming up will be Brown. So Brown will come to the plate here, and as Brown comes up, he's 0 for 2. He's got runners at first and second here. 2-run deficit by the Rams, looking to do something about that here as Brown steps to the plate. Woodfin bringing it to the plate, swinging and a miss for the strike, 0-1. Woodfin's been really good here into these. And that's going to be a bouncer there off of Woodfin, and it's going to get away from the second baseman. He's going to tag the second baseman instead of tag the runner coming through, because that one went off of Woodfin. But everybody is out as he will reach on the fielder's choice. Going to second is out on the unassisted by the second baseman for the third out. And then that will do it here for the inning for the Rams. We will go to the 7th inning. Grubbs, Scroggins, and Stevens come to the plate. When we come back, it's a 4-2 ball game. The Rams and the Bobcats here on NETSN.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Big Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Bee Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go to the 7th inning. Let's get going here with what we got for you. As we'll kind of have a quick post game. So let's get here to the 7th inning. It's been a great game pitched by Woodfin for the Gary Bobcats. As he has done very well. He has pitched 94 pitches. He's got 12 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He's only given up the 2 hits and the 2 runs. Gary Bobcats have done very well hitting. They've got the 4 runs on 5 hits, 7 left. They've got 3 errors behind them, though. Only 1 error for the Joaquin Rams here in the ball game. It's K back on here for his. He's got 1 1/3. He'll come on here for the 7th inning, facing Grubbs. Grubbs is 1 for 1 with 2 base on balls. His 3 times at the plate today, scoring a couple of runs. And swinging and a miss here from Grubbs, 0-1 to him. So great game here by both of these teams. I mean, and Neil pitched a very, very good game. He got a little over 100 pitches, and then he was finally taken out as he gave up those 5 hits and the 4 runs, but he did a really good job out there on the hill. So, good job pitching by both of these teams. Just had to have some timely hitting, and the Bobcats have got a couple more of those more than the Rams here have in this ball game so far. That's a nice pitch. It's up high, though. Seen that called strike earlier. 1-1. 1-1 to Grubbs as he stands right back in here. K bringing it. Catching the outside edge, just now 1-2. So Scroggins will be on deck for the Bobcats. It's a 1-2 count here to Grubbs. Leadoff man of the 7th inning here for the Bobcats. Pitch coming in. That's a runner down the third baseline. Going to be got there by McCann. Going to come up and make a play, but won't get him in time. So a nice job down the line there for Grubbs as he gets the single. First hit for a couple innings here for the Bobcats. So the Bobcats will have the leadoff man on. First hit against K. Here comes Scroggins to the plate. He's 1 for 1. 2 base on balls his 3 times up. He had a double his last time up. Got stranded at third, back into 4th inning. So he'll come up here with a runner on first. No outs. And he'll face Kay for the first time here. Scoggins. Kay takes him a look over at first. Not much of a lead there for Grubbs. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to him. So Bobcats looking to maybe add a little insurance run here going to the bottom of the 7th here, leading at 4-2. That's 0-1 to Scoggins. Long look in here from Kay. Now has what he likes. Come set. And the pitch on the way. Fouling it back to the screen. 0-2. So with an 0-2 count, foul ball back in. Stevens on deck. Scoggins back into the box. Runner over at first is Grubbs. And 0-2 count to the hitter at the plate. Kay bringing it. High fly ball out into. Oh, thought that was a little farther out there, but it goes right to the second baseman. Out number 1. Fly ball to the second baseman. Out number 1. Looked like it had a little bit more of a drive to it. 1 out. Stevens coming to the plate. He's 1 for 3 at the plate today. Got a single, fly ball, and a stripe out. His 3 times up. So with a runner over at first, he'll come up here. He'll face Kay for the first time. That one's going to get away from Hawkins, and it's going to allow the runner to get over to second. Ball 1 at the plate. So now runner scoring position here for the Bobcats. 1-0 to Stevens. That's a shot that's going to get out into left center field. That's going to allow the runner, and a good job there after the steal, coming around home and getting himself into second on the throw in, and a nice job there on the double by Stevens. And the run comes in now, make it a 5-2 ball game. And that was definitely the insurance run that the Bobcats were looking to get there. And with 1 out, they'll leave a runner over at second. And it'll now be a 5-2 ball game. It looks like we're going to get a pinch runner out there. Is that Solomon maybe going in to run? Can't really tell there. Well, that's Stevens out there at second. That's number 5. Okay, here comes Alford to the plate. Alford's 0 for 3. And he'll look to see if he can drive a run in here. And it's now 5-2 for the Bobcats here in the top of the 7th inning. 1 out. Stevens is second. Alford stands in ready to go against Kay. Here's the pitch. Steerreich 1 to him. Oh, 1. Stevens will be on deck here for the Bobcats as Alford stands in with an 0-1 count. A couple fly ball outs and a strikeout his 3 times at the plate today. Runner over at second. Kay gives him a look. That's Stevens over there. That's high. Ball 1 to him. 1-1 to count. He called that a strike? You're kidding me. Okay. It's 0-2. Called that a strike. So it's an 0-2 count. That's going to get low there from Kay, and a nice job to run in there for the Bobcats, but a good job by Hawkins. He gets back there to the backstop to get it quick enough to leave him only over at third, as it'll be a 1-2 count. So a 1-2 count to Alford out of the plate. Now runner over at third on the pass ball. So another opportunity here for the Bobcats here as they're looking to push across another run. They've got 1 across so far as Kay looking to get that second out here. Let's see if we can get out of this inning with no more damage. That's up high. And it'll be a 2-2 count. 2-2 to Alford. Right back in he goes. Now that runner over at third. Here's the pitch. It's a shot there at the second. Going to get up on it there, Miller. And go 4-3 for the outs. But the run does come in to now make it a 6-2 ball game. As that's 4-3 and out number 2. And the base is now empty for the Bobcats as they get that other run in. To now make it a 6-2 ball game. And with 2 outs, stepping to the plate is going to be Stevens. Stevens is 0 for 3 at the plate today. A couple of ground outs. His 3 times at the plate today. A few ground outs, looks like all 3 of them. Strike 1 called. And a nice pitch from Kay for the strike call, 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's low, 1-1 the count. So Stevens, 1-1. And Kay trying to get his team out of here and see if he can get those bats working again. They've been working in the last couple of innings. That's high outside, now 2-1. Seals will be on deck if Stevens can get on. Kay trying to get his team to the bottom of the 7th. And this long ball game here tonight, hitting 2 hours and about 30 minutes here. Call, strike 2. Good pitch there from Kay. So the 2-2 count now, Stevens. Kay looking for that final out here. That's in there for low for ball 3. Run the count full. So full count, ready for the payoff pitch. Stevens stands in. Nobody on the base pads now. As it is a 6-2 ball game. Here's Stevens' payoff pitch on the way from Kay as Hawkins sends the sign. And bringing it. High ball forward. Base runner. First base on ball is given up here by Kay. So that'll bring up Seals to the plate. Seals 0 for 2 with a base on balls. His 3 times at the plate today. Will now have a runner over at the first.
Let's go, 3-2. That's all you did.
So here's Seals standing in, ready to go. That runner over at first, taking the lead is Stevens. Stevens going to take off and go inside. Hawkins going to throw down. And to get into center field there, but good job backing him up there in center field. There is Bass. Stevens steals the base. First stolen base of the day here by the Gary Bobcats. And it's ball 1. As a runner in scoring position once again here for the Bobcats. 1-0 here to Davis. Seals. He stands in, runner taking the lead, Stevens at second. Here's the pitch. Call, Steve Reich, 1-1.
Let's go, 3-2. You got this, kid.
So the 1-1 count with Harold on deck. Seals back in. As Kay checks him over there at the second, Stevens. All right, so it's 2-1 count here at the plate. And Seals looking to drive that run in from second base out there if he can get a hold of one here. And Kay looking to get his team out of this inning. 2-1 to him. Seals standing in. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. So 3-1 count now. Seals right back in, trying to get himself on here. He got a base on balls back in the second and a couple strikeouts. So See if he can get himself on here. That's outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for K. So now runners at first and second. And Coach Odom's going to go out and have a chat here with his pitcher, Kay, out there. Gives a chance to remind everyone that we will be back here in Joaquin on Friday night as Timpson comes to town, and we'll have some softball action going on. And I looked on it today, and I saw that it was Timpson was number 12 or 13, and I saw Joaquin was like number 21 or 22, somewhere right around in that area. So it should be a good ball game, as we covered the game in Timpson a few weeks ago when Joaquin came over for that one. And that was thought it was definitely going to be a good game, but Joaquin came in there and took care of business that day. So I know Timpson's going to try to get some redemption coming up on Friday night, so we'll see what they get, as both those teams are playing very, very well here. And in the top 25 should be a great matchup for Friday night. Piney Woods area, the game of the week. We're going to be back here in Joaquin for it. So join us if you're not out here at the ballpark. Join us here on NETSN for it Friday night. Conversation over. Harold comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Runners at first and second now for the Bobcats. As Kay had a chat there with Coach Odom, and he's ready to go now. Harold stands in. Pitch on the way. High fly ball here. And second baseman, that's going to be Miller, steps off the grass, and he'll make the play there for the third out. And that'll do it here for the Bobcats. But they do bring in a couple more runs to make it a 6-2 ball game. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Stanley, Bass, and Miller coming to the plates when we come back right here on NETSN.
Pineywood Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumber yard. The following Rough Rider sponsors are proud of our Piney Woods area teams. Bird Forestry, helping industry protect nature. Granny B Snow Cones, the sign that summer is here. The Pizzeria, the taste of a generation. And TNR Steaks and More, all you can eat, all the time. And Ray Jones Chevrolet, let Marlon Ray, Mr. Chevrolet, show you what's on the lot. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Ramsey base runners, they traded right now 6-2 here into this ball game to the Gary Bobcats. And right now it is 6 runs on 6 hits, 9 left, and 3 errors as of the point right now for the Gary Bobcats. And it is 2 runs on 2 hits, 4 left, and 1 error for the Joaquin Rams. Coming to the plate is Stanley. He is one of those 2 hits, as he is 1 for 2 at the plate today. Looking to get things started here against Woodfin. Woodfin, 94 pitches, 12 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. Giving up the 2 hits. In for strike number 1 here is Stanley. And he's going to be hit by the pitch. So runner on here, hit by the pitch. A couple of those in that last inning there by Woodfin. So the leadoff man on here for the Rams. They need all the base runners they can get. Here comes a Bass to the plate. He reached on the fielder's choice, so he's 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. His 2 times up. And here comes Coach Colley. On to see if He actually got hit. And so they're checking to see if he actually got hit. They'll say, now they're going to say he did get hit after saying he didn't, and he did. All right, so
the way this game's gone tonight, nothing surprising me. Here comes Coach Colley once again. Say he was swinging when he got hit. So now there's another conversation between the umpires out here on the field. And the umpire says, yeah, it hit him out there, but then coach is saying he was swinging when he
got hit. So the call, I guess, is going to go to Stanley to see us standing out there on first base now. You know, I thought about bringing a jacket, but I didn't, and I probably should have, as we're getting close to the 3-hour mark of this ball game here tonight. And if ever I needed a Jeopardy theme, it's like right about now. You know, I don't know the rest of it. You know, guys, we've been here. It's 9:37. And I understand you want to make sure everything's cool and copacetic. But, okay. Are we good now? I think we're good now. So McGinn was going to come to the plate here as a pinch hitter, number 7. He'll come in here and he'll hit for Bass. So he'll come up here with a runner on first. After all of that, runner on first. Foul ball. 0-1. So the 0-1 count here to McGinn. As he is rolling that one down the third baseline, and it will go foul. 0-2. Kind of took him by surprise right there. Wasn't sure what to do with it there, but had to make sure it was fair. All right, so 0-2 now to him. And that runner over there at first. Top of the order will be Miller. He'll be on deck here for the Rams. McGinn comes back in here, ready to go. Call, Steve-Rack 3 on the outside edge, outs, number 1. And another strikeout here. There's over 3 at the plate today. Move that runner over from first. Here's the pitch, swinging through. It's a strike, and it gets away from Grubbs. Grubbs doing a great job getting to it. It's 0-1 to him. So Miller standing in. Kay will be on deck here. Miller trying to move the runner around for the Rams, trying to put a couple in here as they gave up a couple there in the top half of the 7th. Trailing it by 4 base runners. That's in there for a ski right call. It's 0-2 to him. So Miller with an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss from Woodfin. Ski right 3. Out number 2. Strikeouts number 14 on of the afternoon. Out 2. So here comes Kay to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch, and he has scored a run. Pitched very well. He's in here now with the final out here for the Rams, and it's outside. Ball 1 to him. 1-0 to K with Neal. Swinging to miss right there to K. 1-1 to count. Got Kilpatrick on deck here. K can reach. 1-1 to him. And a runner over at first. Here's the pitch on the inside. Foul ball. It's 1-2. So Woodfin looking to finish it off here. He's at 105 pitches. This will be 106 on the way here. But he's pitched a really, really good game. Him and Neal both pitched a really good game tonight. Kay came in, pitched really well as too. Good hitting here by the Bobcats though. Pitch on the way, high. Past Grubbs, 2-2. Runner now over to second. Pass ball. That's 2-2 count. So runner scoring position here. Okay, looking to make some connection with a 2-2 count to him. And he'll step back in here ready to go. Pitch coming. And we're going to get timeout here by Kay at the plate. Checking on Coach Burkeen down the third baseline. Coach Odom's down the first baseline. So back in goes Kay, 2-2. Woodfin. Bring it. And that's going to get away from Grubbs. Grubbs going to complete the throw down. And that'll do it here for the strikeout. It'll finish it off. And it will be a 6-2 victory for the Gary Bobcats here this afternoon. And I should say this evening. And that'll do it here for the ball game here tonight, folks. All right, we're going to take a real quick Aurora Concepts break and come back and wrap this up here as the Bobcats get the win here in Joaquin tonight on NETSN.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
All right, folks, quick post-game show. Wrapping it up here for Aurora Concepts post-game show, and a big win here for the Gary Bobcats as they are able to hold on to the position there in the district to try to get one of those good playoff positions coming up here in the next couple of weeks. And the Rams still got some work to do, still got some ways to go. They're right there in the middle, and they got some teams that they're going to be playing along the way that hopefully they can get themselves some good wins along the way to get them into a playoff opportunity coming up here in the postseason. For my player of the game, my Dairy Queen player of the game is going to be Woodfin. He pitched a great game here. He had 107 pitches, 14 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He gave up the 2 hits and the 2 runs. Great pitch game by him for the Gary Bobcats. He's my player of the game. It goes down like this: 6 runs on 6 hits, 9 left, 3 errors for the Bobcats. 2 runs, 2 hits, 5 left, 1 error for the Joaquin Rams. That's going to wrap it up here tonight from Joaquin. We'll be back here Friday night for Joaquin and Timpson on the softball side. Big game coming up between 2 top 25 squads right here on NETSN on Friday night. Have a great night, everybody. We're out of here. Bye.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.